Legal, constitutional, diplomatic, ethical and public policy issues in Dr. Shumba's application. Dr. Shumba's application raises a complex web of legal, constitutional, diplomatic, ethical and public policy issues. Here's a breakdown of each. Legal issues. Jurisdiction. Dr. Shumba challenges the court's jurisdiction to hear SMM's intervention due to a conflict of laws and SMM's status as a foreign litigant under an invalid Zimbabwean law. Intervention validity. He argues that the intervention judgment was invalid due to procedural irregularities and SMM's lack of legal standing. Collateral attack. He seeks to overturn the intervention judgment indirectly through a declaratory order. Fraudulent transactions. He raises concerns about the validity of a US $2.7 million settlement and claims related to Southern Asbestos Sales Pty Limited. Constitutional issues. Rule of law. Dr. Shumba emphasizes his commitment to upholding the rule of law and protecting the Constitution. He argues that allowing SMM's intervention undermines these principles. Public interest. He frames his application as serving the public interest by safeguarding public trust in the legal system and preventing abuses of power. Diplomatic issues. State capture. Dr. Shumba mentions state capture in Zimbabwe as a reason for seeking alternative remedies in South Africa. This raises potential diplomatic sensitivities. International law and comity. He argues that allowing SMM's intervention violates principles of international law and comity. Ethical issues. Conflicts of interest. The involvement of the Master of the High Court and the Deputy Master in charge of insolvency raises potential conflicts of interest if they are not impartial. Weaponization of legal system. Dr. Shumba alleges that the contempt of court judgments and sequestration proceedings are being used to silence him and hinder his access to justice. Public policy issues. Transparency and accountability. Dr. Shumba's application highlights concerns about transparency and accountability in the legal system and insolvency proceedings. Abuse of power. He raises concerns about potential abuse of power by Zimbabwean authorities and corrupt actors. Access to justice. The alleged weaponization of legal processes raises concerns about access to justice for individuals challenging powerful interests. Overall, Dr. Shumba's application presents a complex legal and ethical challenge with significant public policy implications. The court will need to carefully consider the various arguments and evidence presented to reach a just and fair decision.